What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixmarners here, and welcome back to the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative. When we left off,
Lore again.
yeah, we were going
but
through
like
the
more.
yeah. Hey, at least this time going through the Inquisitor route, it did end in a happy ending this time.
Yeah.
Also, the masked woman was revealed.
Who is, you know, Kizzy's big sis, courts to Leon.
Yes.
The person that he would work with from. I think he said that Quartz was part of freaking what's it, Yakuza, whatever, how you ever pronounce it.
Maybe I can't remember.
I'm pretty
necessarily.
sure he said that, but
But
either way,
yeah, I can't quite say.
She looks almost like Mizuki.
Yeah, I can't quite say clone, even though I've gone through the clone thing this whole time. I gotta be real with myself and realize that they're probably twins. And added the back might be Boss's daughter, but we're gonna get an answer to that eventually, I fucking assume. But we gotta go back to the main thing now.
She had an eyeball.
Yes, I want to meet them immediately. But
I know, they
probably
were a
not.
nice, pretty blue color.
I know. But you were gonna say something, or was it just
yes?
what
we're going into.
Yes.
This Date seemed confused by how Mizuki looked, which kind of confuses me. Or was it just because he hadn't seen her in a long time? You remember that, right?
I mean, it had been 6 years.
Yeah, because he was like, you just the resemblance is weird. As if, because if he would have recognized her, then...
Yeah, I mean, that was still the thing that threw me off in the main one before I realized that it wasn't this weird timeline thing, which, once again, that fucking theory is out the goddamn window. But then why was he a little bit
He'd
confused?
just be like, oh, it's you.
Unless it's the fact that...
she has Aiba in her eye, too? Maybe
I
that
mean,
threw him off?
It could be the fact that by saying you look so similar, he was investigating the masked woman.
Oh, maybe.
He might have thought we were the masked woman at some point, not expecting us to be there. I don't know. We'll have to get answers as we go start from here. So let's actually begin the episode. What there's
no time loop like we thought. There's no weird
no. Which
I'm honestly relieved, because that would have been so confusing. I was already confused.
Yeah. Alright, so that's just where I can jump from and there. So I guess I'll just go to right here and hit proceed. And it better not rob me of anything. This is the very beginning. Last.
Hi, Mama.
Oh, you came. Good.
Hello.
Want something to drink? With water? On the rocks? You don't have to be shy. It's on me.
Who are we right now?
It's such a bizarre case, the HB serial killings.
Who are we?
That being said,
who are we?
The facts are fairly straightforward.
Watch us be playing as the masked woman.
Pointing out a culprit can't be too hard.
That would be kind of dope.
Do you already know? Terror. Who are they, really?
Or is this just a recap of everything that we have to condense together now?
This is just us.
Who is Terror? Well, I can't look at the bar or anything, so... Alright. It is Uru.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to do it so bad. Just for the fun. I'm doing it for the funsies.
Okay.
Yup. You got me. I wanted to slurp on the juices of young men, which is why I sliced them in half.
Mama,
your eyes while you say that.
Oh, come on, there's no way. Besides, Komeiji and Chikara are not young. Care to give a more serious answer?
Alright, yes, I'm going to. Uru Samazuki.
There you go.
Right.
Mizuki. Okay.
We know he killed at least 3 people. Jin Furue, Chikara Horadori, Andes Komeiji. But why did he kill them? What was his goal?
nirvanA initiative to get revenge for personal enjoyment, to build schools in Africa.
I
It's just
God, I want to do that one too, but
wasn't it all for the nirvanA initiative? Even though
that's what he said.
Yeah, because like revenge.
Even though ironically the three kills mentioned there are technically kills you could say were out of revenge.
But I
he
remember
states it's for the nirvanA
he
initiative.
did say it was all for the nirvanA initiative.
But maybe it was to build schools in Africa.
He wasn't some noble philanthropist. That has nothing to do with anything.
Okay. For the nirvanA initiative.
Yeah.
That's right. The nirvanA initiative. The loony plan to have humans reach moksha. That's why Uru killed the three of them. We can put aside the little details for now. The most concerning aspect of the whole thing is the time difference. The left and right sides of the victims were found 6 years apart. Regarding the first victim, the facts are already in. 6 years ago, on February 10th, Jin Furuwei's body fell from the ceiling of Devaita. And this year, 5 days ago, also on the 10th, Uru Somizuki's left half was found at the stadium, not Jin's.
Which is where things get even fucking weirder right now.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery and complete organ transplants. It fooled the investigators into thinking they were the same person. But what about the other victims? Chikara, Komeiji, Tokiko. How do you explain those three?
Yeah, that's where it gets funky.
You have good intuition. You might already know.
She's talking to you.
Why did it seem like their bodies appeared after 6 years passed? Because Tokiko made miracles happen. Professor Brown created a time machine.
Professor Brown created a time
These are
machine.
actually
Timeline was
very
not in the correct
interesting.
order. Ryuki and Mizuki were hallucinating.
I mean, there have to be a lot of people hallucinating at the same time.
Yeah, plus the whole investigation's opening up.
I want to
around
see the
them.
time machine thing happen, though.
Who is Professor Brown? Could you please not introduce a new character out of nowhere?
Add him in the third game. All right.
The timeline was not in the correct order?
I mean, we've been talking a little bit about weird things happening in the
Or are
timeline.
Ryuki and Mizuki Freyers and they were hallucinating? I don't know.
But it's the point of it. Everyone else is also, like, we aren't the only people that have seen the bodies.
Yeah.
So that can't be it. There's too many witnesses for that to be the case. So it is.
Did Tokiko do it? I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the timeline thing. Because timelines.
The timeline is
even
real.
in the first game, they've made the point of, like, with the multiple realities and Date getting these weird memories that shouldn't make
That
sense
is
because they
true.
get, like, they've already kind of implanted
And
that.
then there was the whole Ferris wheel thing with Ryuki. That was...
I'm gonna go with the timeline is not in the correct order because I do think there is some
We were just
fuckiness
talking
happening
about how
there.
that's out the window, but now
Because
it
we have to
presents
remember
this.
also the fact of we were in the warehouse and legitimately fucking Tokiko's there talking to us.
Uh-huh.
So I think there is still something going on.
Or because Tokiko made miracles.
It's a fucking miracle, all right, but I'm gonna go with the
Yeah.
timeline and see what happens.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
In other words, it's not like that.
Do the thing I talked about before.
It's like this.
Oh.
huh. My brain
This
just broke.
is the timeline that you actually experienced. The red and blue lines are intertwined, almost like DNA. You started
Clever.
on the red line from the top, and then followed the blue line, which led you to this point. You've traversed 4 X's. The left side is 6 years ago, and the right side is this year. To make things easier, we'll call the left side past, and the right side present. In other words, you came here, jumping back and forth between past and present, a day at a time, all to end up here. Now do you understand?
Kind of.
Chikara's right half was found the night of the 11th, in the past. His left half was found the next morning. Komeji's right half was found on the 13th. His left half was found the next morning at 6 a.m.
Can I even look at the thing right now? What did it like? Okay.
So instead of 6 years in the future, it was literally just the next day. Is that what she's saying? Yeah, because it's when the body... And you know what? I never even thought about the fact that they are split up by night and day. Oh, wow. Interesting. Huh. Where's the Ferris wheel thing? I mean, the Ferris wheel thing, it happens right there is where the night is. And then in the day is when we find the other half of the body, but... So, okay. Very interesting. I'm trying not to break my brain. So
6 years have passed, and now we're here. In the present, Tokiko's right half was found on February 12th. The next day, a little past midnight, her left half was found in the basement of Horodori Institute.
This is breaking my brain.
Long story short, the left and right halves weren't found 6 years apart.
The bodies were found at different times. Wait, so...
Let's just keep listening.
They were all found soon after each other. Nothing supernatural here.
Aside from the fact that time is broken.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna just change the entire thing on us now, isn't it?
Chart. This is a chart that shows the flow of the story in chronological order. The true flowchart can be checked from menu flowchart. Huh.
Interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, the reason why we saw Tokiko and Terror at this point is because Tokiko and Jin were alive.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, that's why Date was confused. That's why he said you look so similar, because we were adult Mizuki 6 years ago. And he was like, you look similar. Because we were playing as 18-year-old Mizuki in a time where Mizuki was 12. Fucking what?
That's why he's like, it can't be her, so who the fuck are you?
That's why I was so confused.
Yeah. And he's like, why do you have eyeballs?
Yeah. Wild.
Huh.
Okay. Fucking... Alright, now that my brain's fucking broken beyond belief. Let's go ahead and, oh... I just realized. Well, no, wait, hold on. Okay, no, Date is alive, because the branches technically come from... yeah, they come from after that Somnium. So Date is still alive. I was gonna be like, wait, so that means Date is... But no, he is alive, actually. So, alright, let's go. It was
just memory loss. Okay.
Let's go into the game.
Hi, Mama.
And keep pushing forward.
Anyway, that's just my genius analysis. Oh, but I know what you're gonna say.
What?
There's still tons of things that can't be explained, right?
I mean, yeah.
Especially, who killed Uru and Tokiko?
Because that does now become the... Now that we have that, is who did that?
Jin,
yeah.
Chikara, Komeji. It was Terror, Uru, who sliced these three in half. But then Uru was killed in the present, February 10th. Tokiko's body was found after that. So who killed Uru and Tokiko?
Could that have been part of the nirvanA initiative? Kind of a self-inflicted wounds of sorts?
I don't know.
I'm sure this mess will be cleared up soon. By Mizuki, her friend, and by you, Freyr.
That's
us! Okay, that's us.
So anyway, good luck with the rest of your investigation.
Thanks, Mama.
I'll be cheering you on.
Thanks.
Thanks. Why are you sounding so ominous at the end there, Mama?
That's what happened. That's what happened when Mama gets her big ball. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. What? Mama?
Uh-huh. Who was I just talking to?
That whole time!
Just no one there, just talking to us.
Maybe I've had a bit too much to drink. It's awfully cold tonight.
We're ghosts. Mama
Hey,
just had
here's
a
snow.
trip.
All right. So let's see where this goes for us from here. Hey, back on the park
Mama
bench.
breaks the fourth wall.
Hey, we're right back to
With
this.
spirits.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Let's fucking go. Yes. More content.
Hey, about Kizzy. Are you sure she's okay?
She'll be fine.
Don't worry. I made sure she's fine.
Kizuna went missing. Last night around 11 o'clock, Richi Chieda, her father, contacted me. Aiba and I started our search for Kizzy. After a while, I got a call on my phone.
Big sis, we're here.
It was from her. She told me to meet her here at Iowan.
So, that makes us sisters? We're not the same age, but we're like identical twins. We have almost the same genes. That's crazy.
Huh.
I'm a copy of you. Don't say it like that. But I'm your clone, right?
Oh.
Technically, yes.
Yes!
Okay, now that's out of my system. Okay,
Technically.
so the twin... Well, hey, the twin sister thing is gone. The clones are back in, baby.
But our DNA isn't exactly the same.
Because they were experimented on.
Mhm.
Let's see if it goes over...
My genome was rearranged. Your DNA was modified on top of that. Which is why you don't have the symptoms I have. Basically, you're an upgrade. The perfect version of me.
And that's why the Mizuki 6 years ago had the heart problem, because we were playing as Masked Woman Quartz. Whatever her name is going to be. That's why we had the heart thing. Because it wasn't Mizuki, we were them.
Don't say it like that.
You care about any of this stuff? I was dormitory. Tree?
Big tree here. Sandbox.
Alright, let's just do the important stuff.
My older sister.
Who'd have thought?
Technically, she's the original that I was based off of, but I don't want to think about it like that. She's more of my big sister by proxy. I was raised in Iowa too.
Yeah, the same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horadori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the Institute.
So would that make her 24?
Yeah.
I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby. But the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out.
No.
The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were from 2 different places. But we are both named Mizuki,
Oh.
and we looked really similar.
So you are still just Mizuki.
So to make it easier, everyone started calling me Big Sis.
I just once again, I'm thinking back on a thing. Technically, you were correct about your theory on Aiba's secret mission, which was to be Masked Woman's eye, because that was 6 years ago. Now the timeline's fixed out. That was 6 years ago instead of thinking it was the quote-unquote present.
Yeah.
That was the secret mission.
So I was right.
Because we were pretty much every time the timeline went weak and got really weird, we were playing as the Masked Woman. When it was regular, we were playing as Mizuki. When it switched, we were playing as her. Which sounds wild, I know. But that's the way they've got that.
But
No,
the outfit's different.
no, we're playing as Masked Woman, who she was 6 years ago.
What? I thought I understood things. Now you're making it more complicated.
So let me look at the log for you, okay?
You better not be explaining to me something based on a theory of yours.
I mean, kind of call it a theory, but it's kind of inground. So
I need facts, not theories.
So now that we have the true flow chart, where things go back, where we see that on these sides here on the left is when we go back 6 years ago. When we go back 6 years ago, that was us playing as the masked woman, the older Mizuki. Because you had the idea that 6 years ago, Aiba was in the masked woman. That was the secret mission, was being her eye. Which you are entirely correct on. That's why Aiba was with us 6 years ago. Because that was us playing as the masked woman 6 years ago. When we're in present, we're playing as this Mizuki, the Mizuki adopted by Date. But then we suddenly go here, and we're playing as the masked woman.
But why do they have the same outfit?
Because they don't want to make it that apparent. But like literally, when we were on this part here, this branch, that was us playing as fucking masked woman. That's why no one was surprised that when we talk about Tokiko that she's just pretending to be alive and everything, because that was the way the timeline was. Do you get what I'm saying now?
Not really, but okay.
When the blue line is on the right side, that is us playing as
I know,
real Mizuki.
I get it, but I don't at the same time. Let's just keep going so I can have official answers, please.
Anyways.
They called you Mizuki.
Why were you hiding your identity?
Well, let's focus on the branches before we break everything, because this updated what happened after I arrived at Iowa.
They took me to Horodori Institute every so often for examinations. Well,
yeah, we know what those are.
I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember, but they did terrible things. I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws.
Dang!
My time with Horodori Institute ended when I was 9 and you were 3.
That's like that thick.
Yeah, it's fucking chonker.
Down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family. But me? Well, I told you about me, right? You were blind in one eye and had a heart condition. Right. So it was hard to find a family who would take me. Ultimately, it was Mr. Chieda, the chairman. So when you were 9, you were adopted by the Chiedas.
No, there goes the whole boss thing.
I spent the next 6 years there. Up until I was 15, I lived under the same roof as Kizuna. I see. That's why she called me Big Sis.
What about after that?
You said something about an eccentric woman?
Do it.
Yeah, I was adopted by her.
There it is!
Do you mean Shizue Kuranushi?
Yep, there we go.
Boss. Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now. You think that sounds kinda lame, huh? No, it's not that.
I'm just gonna call you Ms. Tuki from now on, okay?
No!
Why did boss adopt you?
You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy. So she wanted to make you work for her. I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me. Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18, I was hired as a top-secret member of Abyss. Boss wanted someone who she could rely on. Someone who would never betray her. Basically, I'm like a ninja.
Well, it did the thing.
Well, a kunoichi.
Let me go to the log and do the thing.
She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations.
Okay.
There we go.
Which is why my existence at Abyss had been hidden. The only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki. Ryuki?
Ryuki?
Why? I wonder.
About February, 6 years ago.
It's like I told you. I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind, but I want solid proof. That's why I was investigating him and his institute. But then, out of the blue, he gets killed. That's why I started following the HB case.
Oh, I did the random thing again. Thankfully, I got to the end of the line before I did that.
Yeah.
More about February.
I asked her about what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. The 12th?
Yup. That was her back then.
Huh. The 14th.
And that was her.
What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone. If you do, I will kill her. I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I were to die, the assassins I've hired would still find her.
I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago.
To protect Mizuki.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay to start talking now. Why?
Because they're all dead.
I was able to freeze all of Terror's hidden accounts.
Oh.
We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore.
Perfect.
I bet you don't remember anything from February 6 years ago, do you?
Oh, her brain got fucked.
Yeah.
I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral. The Abyss communication network was also offline, so there was no backup taken.
Alright. Where are we heading, your identity?
Yeah, there we go.
If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. And one way or another, you'd find out. You'd find out that your genes were spliced. That your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko. I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible, anyway. Get a normal job, a normal husband, get married, start a family, live happily ever after. A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least.
I see.
Well, why didn't you tell me 7 years ago in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe that's true.
What do you think of Date?
By the way, I'm curious. Why were we given the same name? I don't know. Maybe they didn't really care about the name. But wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute? I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horadori Institute. I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit.
Oh.
Add a rabbit.
Not. Why do you say Adder? The rabbit on the table was Mizuki. Our
Yeah.
Mizuki.
Yeah.
And you remember what they called us at Iowan, right? You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki. Yeah. Is that what I called you? No. You were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me Bibi. Bibi? Yeah.
Can't say big sis, so.
Bibi, huh? Anyway, we've already spent enough time here.
If only I updated the name Bibi.
Shouldn't be wasting time like this. Good point.
Unmasked woman.
There's still tons we don't know about the HB case. Follow me. I want to show you something.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
What?
Didn't Mizuki say that, at some point, that her name, like, with kanji and all that, could be, is like crystal or something?
I think so.
And quartz.
Hey, there it is.
Yep.
Huh? What is it? Oh, no. It's nothing. Let's go, BB.
No.
She's
Oh, that's cute. That's so cute.
Hey, we're going to Brahmin. Okay.
Oh. Get that off her face. There we go.
Oh, that caught me off guard. I was like, how dare you? Oh, yeah. Well, there's still this.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Mizuki thought Date's been dead this whole time, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, she hasn't seen Date yet.
No, she did in the other timeline.
Wait, what?
I don't fucking... Because it was in one of the branches, but it was our Mizuki.
Oh, okay. That's right, because she was like, okay. But she's probably wondering why the fuck he's in that suit.
Yeah.
This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears. Jeez, just relax. I can't just relax.
Gotta combine the two timelines right now, so...
What is this corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here? Oh, and most importantly...
Yeah.
Who the hell is this?
What? Isn't it obvious?
You don't recognize me already?
Wait.
They have a sprite.
You're that stupid porno mag collecting old man.
No.
Yes.
Why are you dressed like that? Where is Genny? What are you doing here? And one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years?
Yeah, there we
Why
go.
didn't you try to contact me?
You got a lot... Well, he loses all memory,
I'm sorry,
so...
Mizuki.
Yeah, see, so that wasn't
Let me
her.
explain.
That wasn't her.
Well, no, that happened in a different... That happened in a branch timeline.
Oh, okay. See, it's... My head hurts. It's
If remember, there's 5 timelines, but only 2 of them have technically happened.
That's what's always screwed me over when we play this game. And the last game.
Okay. I think I kind of get it. 6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him. Then he got captured by terror, but managed to escape.
Thank God.
He's been wandering the earth for the past 6 years.
Can you imagine not
5
knowing
days
who you
ago,
are?
On the 10th, he heard the news about Jin's body being found.
And finally got his memory back.
Let's fucking go.
That's right.
He has a sprite with the...
My voice reaches Dante's brain right now. That's because there's a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's a real hassle, so it's still on. It's the same for Mizuki Kuranashi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kuranushi is kind of long. I'll just call her BB.
Aww.
Well, you know what? We are going to all have a long chat next time. Now, as we move into that, there's something that it all happened so long ago that I don't remember much.
But also, what about BB's left eye?
I'll assume that is a new... That could just be a fake eyeball. But we know that it's Boss's daughter, a secret member of Abyss.
But she saw the invisible people.
So I assume it's an eyeball, an AI ball.
I want to meet them.
That's gonna be the treat at the end. But now
and that's where the third game gets introduced.
Now that we have the true timeline, I feel like I need to go back and watch what happened because of the important implication of the fact that means we played as Ryuki 6 years in the future doing his investigation when he's lost his fucking mind. Remember all the days that Boss was like, you look really fucking tired and all that stuff? Like, I want to go back to see how those things all came out in that moment because that we were playing 6 years in the future. His investigation of the second occurrences at that point. Man. It's something to think about. And I want to get all my fucking details straight. Because let me tell you what, they fucked my entire brain up with all this. But yeah.
See, it's this. Here is where things get real confusing for me. When there's 4 rows.
Yeah, don't worry. Everything that came off of...
it's so hard to forget what happened in this timeline and what didn't.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, just remember that we are in the original timeline where the things that we learned over here were in side timelines. So technically, if I'm correct, technically, right? Technically, oh shit, is Gen dead? Is that just canon now? Did that happen even though it didn't technically happen? Is that why Gen's not here? I don't know. We have Date in the Gen suit. We don't have a Mame here.
No. Maybe they got away somewhere?
Leon and Kizzy are kind of our thing right now, as if they ran away. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out as we keep playing. I'm kind of terrified at the same time, but...
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, we got the whole thing sorted out. Look at this fucking mess. But... it's a mess that we have the solution for next time.
I'm still confused with some things, though.
What are you confused? Because I think the things you're confused about are probably the mystery that's left. Because realistically, we have one mystery remaining.
No, I just need to know what didn't happen in this timeline that we're in right now.
Technically, anything that's not in the center here, these two, didn't happen.
You think my eyesight's good enough to let me know what those are?
Technically, the whole Gen and Amame gun down situation didn't happen. The Kizuna and Leon dance number, that didn't happen.
Okay.
The only thing that happened was, you know, we met Terror, sank with him, but that was all 6 years ago. But that's the main timeline of what did happen. At this point, the mystery of the game is we need to...
You keep saying sank. It's synced.
It's fine. The mystery of the game is to figure out who killed Tokiko and, technically, Terror. Because they're dead. And we don't know who killed them. Anyways, we'll answer all of that. I think I've said next time like 3 times at this point.
Yeah, it's
but we will get the answers next time.
The whole when Mizuki was Mizuki and when Mizuki was Mizuki, like that whole thing kind of it's still kind of fucky for me. Cause to me, like she's been.
I'll try and explain it afterwards.
She's been our Mizuki all along.
And that has not been the case at all.
No,